Hello guys, I am Fighter for JC and this is an online match I had. It's not ranked. I am playing as Gegard Mousasi. And right off the bat, my opponent looks to be employing what I would call formula fighting. And I like to call it that because he has his formula to win. And it's not really based on what I'm doing. All he cares about is to do what he thinks he needs to do regardless of who's in front of him. And I hit him with a good 1-2. I'm just trying to keep it basic, and I think it's very effective to use just basic strategies. And he has his own strategy. I guess he thinks that Belfort's strength is in the clinch, at least for this game. And he's using a lot of power moves, and I think he's just trying to overpower me with haymakers and takedowns and special moves. And I'm just trying to counter here. And he's thinking, you know, he's got beat Vitor Belfort, he hits hard, and he's got good ratings. And that's how he plans on beating me. As you can tell, he's very confident. He's not really a button masher, but he's just throwing a whole bunch of knockout punches and kicks. He doesn't have a lot of respect for me right now. That flying knee was way off. And he goes back and doing that fancy Karate Kid move, and he actually hurt me there. So Belfort is a very strong opponent. And at this point I didn't really mean to give up my back. I just sort of fumbled with the controls. But I was able to recover to half guard. So far I'm defending myself pretty well on the ground. And Belfort hasn't really been able to do any serious ground and pound on me. And he's really having a very, very good round, my opponent is. And I think that power suplex to me just tells me that he's really confident. He feels that he could do whatever he wants at this point. And there's a very good round for him. And that high kick, I didn't even see that coming. He really got me with that one. And I got lucky. But, you know, that it was the end of the round. But that's all part of professional fighting. You get breaks like that. And I think my opponent was pretty proud of himself for that round. He had a good round, and so he's gonna let me sit through these replays, and he can enjoy the fruits of his labor. And you know, that's great. It's gonna be the last great thing that he'll have for the rest of this fight, because I've pretty much figured him out at this point. Well, not really. I'll be lying if I said that, and I did. I'm sorry. I haven't really figured him out, but he's running out of tricks. As you can tell, he's just trying to power his way through, throwing a lot of haymakers. He's just putting his hopes on the fact that he has a higher rating than my fighter, and probably in the striking department. That's why he's just trading blows, and he doesn't really care. Some good defense there, and I go back to the 1-2. That's been my bread and butter move for this matchup, for a lot of matchups. And I catch him with that good overhand right, and at this point I'm thinking the guy's beginning to see that he's in for a real fight and that things are going to change. He's not going to walk right through me. That was a punishing leg kick followed up with another one. He had a very good round, but I suspect that he's beginning to worry right now. And look at those takedowns that he desperately went for. And again, a badly timed flying knee wasn't even close. And then I catch him making a mistake, and I hit him with that high kick, and I hurt him. And now he's getting really desperate. He's just throwing kick after kick after kick. Again, trying to power his way through because he's a higher rated striker than I am. He goes to his best move right now. He likes that clinch, which is a good thing for him to do. I mean, he realizes where his advantages are. He was getting outboxed on the stand-up, so he took it to the ground. But now I'm just figuring him out, keeping the right distance and countering. And now I'm beginning to pick him apart. Again with a 1-2. And I hit him with a good body shot that he was not expecting at all. And that time I catch him with a flying knee. Yep, I got one of those too, he's thinking. And there again, the 1-2 you see, it's a very effective punch. And again, I go back to the body, just trying to mix things up and keep him guessing. And I have the optimum distance here where he can't really hit me. And that time I catch him. He was sleeping and I put him to sleep. That's how you land a flying knee, and that is all she wrote. Now I'm just gonna go through maybe one slow-mo here. And then I'm gonna show you the final stats for this fight to give you a better idea of what actually took place in there. Okay, let's see what's happening here. The significant strikes, if you can see that, he threw 64, I threw 20, and he landed 14, I landed 15, and the connect percentage for me was 75%, his was 22. And the total strikes, I landed 68, he landed 51, but he threw 36 more than I did. So that right there is the story. I was more accurate. I threw the more effective shots. I landed 15 out of 20 at a striking 75% rate, and he was winging a lot of punches and missing. He only connected with 22%, and that is the story right there.